The human windmill. That's how Bill Robinson made his name in Japan's pro wrestling scene back in the 1970s, after grabbing championship belts in England and across Europe. Speed and technique set him apart in the ring, giving him a grip on the fans. Here's the hold he made famous, the double arm suplex. The opponent goes over the top, down, and out. 20 years later, Bill's still in the game as head coach of a wrestling gym in Tokyo. This week's neighbors, the human windmill, still blowing strong. Allow me to introduce our guest to the studio once again, Mr. Bill Robinson.
Grab my hand, I just break it and come here, and then put the crutch on.
What's that called?
That's an arm bar.
Arm bar.
Yeah, that's one of the basic moves in catch wrestling.
Right, please.
Okay, thank
Come
you.
over here. Thank you, nice to meet you.
Well, my pleasure.
Now, you have many students, like one of the students you came.
Osamo, yes.
Yes, today. But what is it that brought you to Japan in the first place? Why are you teaching here?
Well, Miyato-san offered me the opportunity to come and teach Wigan-style wrestling, catch-as-catch-can wrestling, which I think, and most people do that know wrestling, think is the greatest form of wrestling in the world. And just to have the opportunity to come and teach what I already know to other younger people so that the sport continues, I just couldn't say no to Miyato. That was a great opportunity. I just took it.
Right. Well, this week I had the chance to visit Bill in his new environment. We'll show you what life is like in what he calls the Snake Pit. Is your adrenaline pumping? Well, these people certainly are, because their wish is to enter this ring someday. Let's take a look at their practice. Practice really getting heated up.
You forced me.
Welcome to Snake Pit, Japan, named after the wrestling school in Britain that Bill himself attended. Classes run from 10 to 10. The early and late hours are for those who want to fight right. Pro wrestling is a combination of skill and showmanship. Bill teaches both.
You could have done it because you took a far enough step.
But Bill's strong arm wrestling is on the ropes. The original Snake Pit is gone. Robinson is all that's keeping the tradition from going out for the count. It's a sleeper hold he plans to slip out of. He's trained grapplers around the world, and now, Japan. It wasn't long before students came knocking on his door.
なんかやっぱり歴史に触れてるっていう感じはしますよ。僕今33歳なんですけど、ちょうど小学校高学年から中学生の頃ってもやっぱりアイドル的なやっぱりレスラーでしたよね。はい。もちろん。
今13です。
13歳。
はい。いや昔からプロレスが好きだったから、プロレスラー将来なれたらいいなと思って、で、まあこういうところに通ってみようかって親と相談して来てみました。
Snake Pit Japan owner Yukou Miyato was himself inspired by the human windmill to become a professional wrestler, knocked out by the thrills of Bill's matches when he was in elementary school. It was he who brought Bill back to Japan to fill the void in Japan's wrestling scene.
「やっぱ彼自身なんですか、そういうレスリングの知識っていうのかな、いろいろ経験っていうのはもうあふれんばかりのものですからね、逆にそれを吐き出すところを待ってましたとばかりというかね、そんな感じのようにも見えましたですね。こういう古いスタイルっていうのはこういうものがあったんだと、昔こういうスタイルがあったんだというものをね、きちっと受け継いで今後に伝えられるね、今のスタイルとしてきちっと残したいなと思います。
Well, Bill, you're now a teacher at this gym, but what are you learning as you teach these students?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm learning humility in one sense because I see them wrestling on the mat and I think that I'm still 25 years old and I want to get on the mat and compete with them. But no, the Japanese students are just fantastic. They're very dedicated, and even with all how can I put it? There's so much stuff for a young person out in the street with videos and television and dancing and girls, whatever. You know what I mean? That when they get 17 and 18, they want to break away and try something else. Well, I found that the students here, and I'm very proud of every one of them, are just so dedicated, and it's great.
That's great. Yeah. Well, you know, I have no delusions of becoming a pro wrestler, but thanks to you, Bill, I found out that you don't have to have strength if you've got style, right?
Technique.
Whoa.
Okay. Now then,
Okay.
Sam, do it with her slowly.
All right. Okay. So he's gonna do that one. Okay.
Now you go for it.
I'm gonna throw him.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Just do what we said. So just relax. Now step in, turn. Now as you step in, this arm comes underneath and the shoulder. And lock your arms together.
Okay.
Get square.
Square.
Okay. Now drop to your knees. Put your head on the floor.
Wow. Square.
Drop to your knees.
Okay.
Head on the floor.
Like that. Wow.
You're now a wrestler.
Well, I had fun, but of course these kids are very serious.
Oh yes, they are. We've got coming up in December a competition tournament. Everybody that's in the gym will be involved in it, different weight classes, obviously. And it will give them some perception of just how good they are and how much they've learned. And practicing in the gym is one thing, but to be in a real competition where the other man wants to beat you is a complete different phase. And the more experience that they have in tournaments, the better, and the faster they will learn. Plus, it'll weed out the ones that have good heart and the ones that don't have good heart.
Right. But you have a lot of people who already have a lot of potential.
Oh, we have a lot of people that in 2 or 3 years from now could be world champions.
Wow.
So that's how good they are.
That's exciting. But Bill, can I see your arms, the arms of the human windmill one more
This is an
time?
old man's arms now, but if you insist, here, come here. We'll just do this.
Ow!
And then we'll go.
Whoa! That was a double arm suplex. Whoa.
You want me to continue it?
No.
The whole thing? No.
But thank you very much for coming in. It was exciting. Thank you.
Bye.